I am Sheri Strydhorst, the Agronomy Research Specialist with the Alberta Wheat and Barley Commissions. One of my roles with the Commissions is the coordination of the regional variety trials, which provides data on variety performance for the Alberta Seed Guide. We are a gateway research organization near Westlock, Alberta on August 18th. 2021 before harvest. Now this site has had heat and drought stress. Since seeding, this site has had 6.7 inches of rainfall. Now that's 70% of what is typical for this area. Now that dryness has been compounded by heat stress. The site has also had 25 days over 27 degrees Celsius. So nearly a quarter of the growing season, these plots have been presented with heat stress. Growing degree days are also at 107% of normal for this time of year, and we're anticipating an early harvest here on August 18th. Due to the heat and the drought stress, we're not going to see the lodging and disease resistance differences that we would expect on a typical year. However, once these are combined, we do anticipate yield differences, and we're looking forward to what that data presents. AC Metcalf. CCAN is the distributor. It was bred by Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada in Brandon, Manitoba, and registered in 1997. So in 2021, it was actually 24 years old, so a very old variety. It's a two-row variety with fair lodging resistance. It's susceptible to scald, net form, net blotch, with only intermediate resistance to spot form, net blotch, spot blotch, and fusarium head blight. In 2020, it was still grown on 6% of the barley acres in Alberta. CDC Copeland. CCAN is a distributor. It was bred at the University of Saskatchewan's Crop Development Centre and was registered in 1999. So in 2021, it is 22 years old. It's a two-row variety, again with fair lodging resistance, susceptible to scald and spot blotch, with only intermediate resistance to spot form, net blotch, and fusarium head blight. In 2020, it was seeded on 20% of the barley acres in Alberta. Now we have a newer malt variety, AAC Synergy. Syngenta is the distributor. It was bred by Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada in Brandon, Manitoba. It was registered in 2012, so in 2021 it's 9 years old. It's a two-row variety with only fair lodging resistance. It's susceptible to scald with intermediate resistance to fusarium head blight. It has moderate resistance, so an improvement in genetic resistance to net form, net blotch, and resistance to spot form, net blotch, and spot blotch. In 2020, it was only grown on 11.5% of the barley acres in Alberta. AC Metcalf, CDC Copeland, and AAC Synergy are the three Czech varieties that we're comparing with 8 relatively new malt barley varieties. AAC Connect. Cantera Seeds is a distributor. It's a two-row malt barley variety registered in Canada in 2016. It was developed at the Brandon Research Centre of Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada. It's a variety with good lodging resistance, so this represents an improvement over those Czech varieties. It has moderate resistance to spot form, net blotch, spot blotch, and fusarium head blight. CDC Bow. CCAN is the distributor. It's a two-row malt barley variety registered in Canada in 2015. It was developed at the University of Saskatchewan's Crop Development Centre. It's a variety with very good lodging resistance. Now this improved standability does depend on the environment and the management used with the variety, so that doesn't mean it won't lodge, but it does have improved genetic resistance there. It is also moderately resistant to spot form, net blotch. CDC Fraser. CCAN is the distributor. It's a two-row malt barley variety registered in Canada in 2016. It was developed at the University of Saskatchewan's Crop Development Centre. It's a variety with very good lodging resistance rating according to the Alberta Seed Guide. It's moderately resistant to spot and net form, net blotch, and spot blotch. CDC Copper. FP Genetics is the distributor. It's a two-row malt barley variety registered in Canada in 2018. It was developed at the University of Saskatchewan's Crop Development Centre. It's a variety with good lodging resistance. It has moderate resistance to scald, spot form, and net blotch. CDC Churchill. CCAN is the distributor. It's a two-row malt barley variety registered in Canada in 2019. It was developed at the University of Saskatchewan's Crop Development Centre. It's a variety with good lodging resistance. It has moderate resistance to spot form and net blotch. AB Brunette. SeedNet is the distributor. It's a 2-row malt barley variety, and it was applied for registration in Canada in 2019. It was developed at the Field Crop Development Centre. It is a tall variety with good lodging resistance rating. It has a moderate resistance to Fusarium head blight. TR17255. Cantera Seeds is the distributor. It's a 2-row malt barley variety that was applied for registration in Canada in 2020. It was bred by Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada in Brandon, Manitoba. It's hopeful that this new variety could be ideally suited to mainstream industry and a replacement for some of the long-standing malt varieties.